Okay, we are continuing on with 11.3. So what I wrote down for you is I wrote down what relative frequency is. So relative frequency is just simply the joint or the marginal frequency divided by the grand total, and it's going to give you a probability that is a percent. So that's the main thing here, is this is when you have like all the numbers. So I'm going to talk about that, okay? I have example D up here. Yes, I skipped example C because I feel like I'm just trying to get across the main points for this. So on your test, you're going to have these charts filled out, but I'm going to show you today how to fill out a chart and then how to find the percentages and how to find the probabilities based off the percentages. Okay, we're going to continue some more of that tomorrow when we talk about 11.4, because 11.4 I'm really just covering the bulk of the beginning of it, and I'm going to give you special notes over the end part of 11.4. Your test is this Friday, so I hope you are paying attention to all these videos. Okay, so a bowling alley had 550 customers in 1 week. I'm going to pause. That is my grand total. I had a grand total of 550. Grand total is where both totals line up. Okay. Of the 392 adults, I'm going to pause again. 392 adults. I'm going to go to here. Adults, I had 392 total here. Okay? 213 were men. Another pause. Fill that in at the 213 male adults. 179 were women. 179 female adults. Of the 158 children, 158 children, there were 95 boys, 95, and 63 girls, 63. We're going to finish this chart by just adding. So that's 8, 0, 3, and 242. So if we add these two together, we will find that we have 550. So this bottom chart here, I didn't put age group and gender. I figured that we can kind of see that on the one before it. I need to find out the percentages that go in each of these boxes. I know my grand total is 100%, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that out. The next thing I'm going to do is I've got my phone. So here, I will show you on the calculator. Okay, I've got my first box. I've got 213 divided by 550, and that is 0.3872. So I know this is 38.7%. I gotta fit my percent sign in there. Okay, then I'm gonna do 95 divided by 550, and this is 17.3%. I'm rounding it up to the 2 decimal space, or to the 1 decimal space, because this needs to be moved over twice because I'm trying to make my fraction into a percent. So if I add these two together, I'm going to end up with 56% were male, okay? So now I'm going to do the same thing over here, 179 divided by 550. You can follow along if you'd like, and I get 32.5%, and then I've got 63 divided by 550, and I've got 11.5%. So that's going to be 44% were female, okay? And then if we look, we can add across. So I've got 38.7 plus 32.5, and that's 71.2. So 71.2% were adults, and I've got 17.3 plus 11.5, and I've got 28.8. Okay, so here we have all of this. So how do we find probabilities with these? So if it wants what's the probability that you would have a male child here, you can, in this case, when you have both the charts, you can just do 95 over 550, but if it's asking for it not in percents, you could just take this. If you're given percents and it's asking for you not in percents, so probability child who is male, you would put that as, so 17.3%. Move the decimal space 2 spaces over, and you've got 0.173 as your probability. Okay, so if they just want the percentages, you would literally just say, okay, I want the percentage of adult females. I would say 32.5% and be done with it. So if it's asking you for the percents, you'll just fill that in. You're gonna have a couple charts where you have to fill in the missing spaces. One of your quizzes, I believe it's tomorrow, will have that where you fill in the blanks. But for the most part, it's a pretty easy section. It's just filling in charts and it's just reading charts. You guys are really good with this stuff, so I'm expecting this to be a good section for you. I will see you tomorrow with 11.4.